This video is brought to you by the SMSU Alumni Association. We're visiting with head coach Cory Sauter of the Mustang football program, and Mustangs just a few days away from opening up fall camp for the 2012 season. And coach, a lot of preparations gone on into fall camp, obviously, since spring ball has ended last April. But what's going on here for your staff the past few months? You've had some summer camps that you've hosted and a golf tournament for a fundraiser, but just kind of talk about some of the things that your staff has done in preparation for fall camp.
Well, it has been a busy off season for us. One of our biggest objectives was to just evaluate our roster, our talent, and try to find ways to maximize those players. And so we went out, visited a lot of different schools, trying to get an idea or two that will help us down the road, and we felt like we accomplished that. So the last couple months we've been putting together our playbook, getting those final touches put together. As you mentioned, summer camps were huge for us, getting a lot of kids on campus, getting a feel for our coaching staff, our facilities, and our program, as well as the golf tournament as well. So we've raised a lot of money. We've created a buzz with our recruits, and now it's about getting ourselves ready to go for fall camp. And I know we had our biggest turnout yet. We've had 40 plus guys around this summer, and hopefully it'll pay off once we start fall camp and ultimately the season.
Well, there's certain days on a coach's calendar that you look forward to. Obviously, your 11 game days and signing day, but opening fall camp's always exciting to kind of see how the guys look. And what can the fans expect once fall camp gets underway? You've got a lot of guys coming in, over 100 guys again on Friday, August 10th, and you'll start practicing, conditioning, and what can fans, if they come out to practice or whatnot, what goes on those first few days of camp?
Well, the first day is pretty uneventful. There's just a lot of stuff you got to knock out before we actually get to practice. We have to make sure everyone's cleared from a medical standpoint, from insurance, you name it. So we have to get all that knocked out on that first day. Now, getting into the second day, we're still not really practicing football yet. We're going to do a conditioning test. We're going to do we're going to test our incoming freshmen, see where their numbers are. So we're going to gather that info and really start to install our offense, defense, and special teams. And then it won't be until really that Sunday before we actually start practice, and again, that's going to be in helmets. So again, we're just trying to making sure our young guys, our incoming guys, understand the tempo of practice and what we're looking for as far as moving from drill to drill and just the organization of it. And then once we get into the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when we'll get into the meat of our practices. And we have 4 two-a-days within the schedule, and so it'll be a tough stretch for part of camp, and hopefully the weather will cooperate because it can get hot on our field. On that turf field, it is about 10-15 degrees warmer than on grass, and so we just got to be aware of that, and hopefully things will cooperate that way and we won't miss any practice time.
Of course, your coaching staff does a great job of motivating the guys and getting them ready each day at practice, but it also comes down to having those leaders on your team as well. And you've talked about numerous guys staying around this summer and setting that tempo in practice. And just talk about some of those guys on both sides of the football that are going to be counted on this fall.
Well, there's some obvious ones, and it all starts with our quarterback, Tyler Pashong. He's a guy that's been here not only all this summer, but all the previous 4 summers. So he's been around. He's been a go-to guy that everyone looks to, and so he'll be rock solid going into this fall and into the season. Warren Matthews, the same way. He's a guy that's been to every single workout since he's been here. He looks phenomenal, and we expect a lot of things out of him, and he has really emerged into one of those really good leaders within our program. And you look on the defensive side of the ball, not as many returning players, but there's some guys that really stepped up this off season, and not only upperclassmen, but we've had young guys as well. We had some true freshmen come in and really contribute and really catch the eyes of a lot of the coaches. So it's just good to see everyone coming together. It really doesn't matter individuals who those leaders are. It's more of everyone has a role, everyone has a certain amount of influence within the team, and you've got to be able to maximize that as much as possible.
Well, Coach, best of luck with fall camp starting up here on August 10th, and we'll be visiting with you many times here throughout camp, keeping fans updated for that season opener on August 30th.
All right, my pleasure.